most gracious ones who serve the light of truth, the day in which I delivered to you the initiating spiral for the coming revolution in higher consciousness in this nation's capital, in the bicentennial celebration, has now become a point of history to which we relate, and therefore in the defining and designation of a noble purpose, we see that time has been a chalice for progress of great proportions. Many here have been with us far longer than this, while others have responded to my call and are now revolutionaries of the Spirit, taking up where they have left off in previous lifetimes with a new fervor, a new sense of the ability to cope with momentums on earth and to deliver the mandate of the Almighty. Thus the truth is made known to the spiritual revolutionary, who then descends the shaft into the physical octave and can perform in this plane for the victory of the light. By the light and the momentum of truth, therefore, I do add to this torch, which is to be conveyed to you at the conclusion of this ceremony, a momentum of dedication to truth in the interactions of individuals who direct the fate of nations, of peoples, who engage as social planners, futurists, who carve up the earth according to their design, regulate population, regulate the flow of supply, and consider themselves arbiters of the entire destiny of the human race. I present truth, and I place before the Goddess of Liberty in this hour my work as an expose of those conditions most urgently requiring attention on the part of the Great White Brotherhood, masters and chelas working hand in hand. The topics discussed at this conference are a part of this presentation, and the behind-the-scenes investigation of my team of co-workers gives information that is not accessible in the outer to your research. Therefore, where you cannot name what is contained in this book, I ask that you shall insert in your call the dealing with all matters presented by me, noted by me in this book, to the very cause behind the effect. This then, beloved hearts, will give to me the authority to act from the level of your Christ self and I am presence to your very threefold flame, to deliver in this octave the judgment of those sources of evil, those sources of movements against the light of America, the I am race, and the children of the Almighty. This will enable us to stay certain plots even against this activity and against the messenger, that these things might be handled even before they surface, when it may become too late to deal with them. We are ever on the line of precipitation at the Grand Teton Retreat. We are ever at the point of the cycles of the Godhead becoming physical. But as you have noted, it is necessary in the strategy of peace and of war to turn back the momentums of darkness before they even come out of the computers of the false hierarchy and begin spiraling from the etheric plane to the mental and the desire bodies of the mass consciousness. Therefore, let us be diligent. Let us thread the eye of the needle of truth with a mighty emerald thread, and let this thread be sewn through the garment of God upon earth and the body of God. And let all those who have the green thread sewn in their garment be aware of themselves as my initiates of truth. For in this hour I am calling many to uphold the dictates of the karmic board and those decisions which we daily make, for we represent true and righteous judgments unto America and the I Am race. Therefore I, Pallas Athena, stand this day in direct challenge of the Supreme Court of the United States of America. I stand in challenge now of those on that court who are fallen angels and who have determined to mold this nation after their fallen ways and to destroy the utter light of her people and her children, and who have determined to reinterpret the Constitution and to serve in the review of the conscience, heart, mind, and will of the people who ought to be free to make their laws according to the rules of the Almighty without the intercession of false hierarchs and fallen angels. Don't you agree? Therefore my angels carve into the handle of this torch my sword, my shield, and my helmet. And therefore when you hold the torch in your right hand and take it to your heart, you may remember that I, Pallas Athena, by leave of my angels, am ready at any hour to place upon you those armaments of defense for the battle, that you might understand that the science of truth is a part of the science of the spoken word, and therefore with legions of truth I commend you to enter the battle victorious, and to enter it always bearing the torch of the Goddess of Liberty. I thank you for your presence. I am grateful for your support. By this sign we conquer, by your word ratifying our own. You will surely see change in that court, for the lords of karma descend and intensify their presence at a new level in the physical octave from this hour on. Most beloved ones, beloved Nada, standing to the left of Portia, would present to you her message of God's unfailing love in this hour. Won't you be seated?